Hey everyone, welcome back to the Money Game, the channel where you learn step by step how to take total control of your finances, stop living paycheck to paycheck, and build real, lasting wealth that give you true freedom, no matter where you start from. Lately, this question has been blowing up in my Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube comments. Hey, if tomorrow they took absolutely everything from you, your business, your investments, your bank accounts, your properties, every last peso, could you really start from zero and become a millionaire again? It's a brutal, honest question that cuts straight to the core of everything we think we know about money. Funny enough, it's the exact same question I asked Richard Branson a few years ago while having lunch at his house on Necker Island. Picture the scene, me, a young guy from Mexico trying not to look too starstruck, sitting across from one of the richest men on the planet, and I just blurt out, "Richard, if you woke up tomorrow with nothing, would you build your empire again?" He smiled, took a sip of his tea, and without missing a beat said, "Yes, of course I would, and I'd probably do it faster than the first time." My short answer is the same. Yes, absolutely I could do it again. But I'll go further. With everything I've learned after years of mistakes, wins, small bankruptcies, and massive lessons, I'm convinced I'd do it in half the time, or even less. Why? Because money isn't just luck or raw talent. It's a game with clear rules, repeatable patterns, and skills you can learn, master, and apply over and over again. What really matters isn't whether I believe I can do it, because I do 100%, but how I would do it step by step, with brutal discipline and laser focus on what actually moves the needle in 2025 to 2026. A post-pandemic world with persistent inflation, AI revolutionizing everything, and digital opportunities at scale never seen before. For this hypothetical challenge, I set 3 very clear rules. I start from January 2020, right at the beginning of the pandemic, with unemployment skyrocketing, businesses shutting down, and the global economy in shock. I'm exactly 16 years old, just out of high school, no college degree, no formal work experience, 0 savings, probably living with my parents in an average neighborhood. I keep all my current knowledge of business, investing, money psychology, digital marketing, sales, negotiation, and personal finance intact. The big challenge is to map out the fastest, most efficient path through the 4 classic stages. Employee, self-employed business owner, large-scale investor. If you stay until the very end of this video, you'll have a complete, detailed, realistic mental map I would personally follow to rebuild a multi-million-dollar fortune from absolute zero in the modern era. And the best part? If you apply even 60% of this with consistency, you could become the next millionaire in your family, your neighborhood, or your generation. But before we dive fully into the challenge, let's make the very first move together. Hit that like button right now. That simple action tells YouTube's algorithm, this content is valuable. Show it to more people who desperately need it. Did you already? Perfect. Let's go inside. Picture the scene. I step into a kind of time capsule and come out as a 16-year-old in early 2020. No degree, no wallet, horrible quarantine haircut my parents gave me at home. Living in a modest house in a mid-sized or large Mexican city. The world is upside down. Millions unemployed, restaurants closed, factories shut, stock market crashing one day and spiking the next. It sounds awful, right? But here's the mindset shift that changes everything. Massive crises create the biggest opportunities in history. In 2020 to 2021, more millionaires were created than almost any other recent period, thanks to the e-commerce boom, remote work explosion, online learning surge, and digital investing opportunities. Chaos is the ultimate filter. It eliminates those paralyzed by fear and rewards those who act with intelligence and speed. I'm going to be one of those. To make the progress trackable in real time, I'll put a counter on screen showing months past and my estimated net worth at each stage. We start at 0 pesos, and we begin. Move 1. Get the highest paying job possible, even if it's minimum wage. Day 1 as a 16-year-old. I need cash flow now. No time for perfectionism. Priority number 1 is landing any job that pays the most I can realistically get. In Mexico 2020 at 16, real options were limited. Helper at a taqueria, cashier at OXXO, delivery rider on a motorcycle, if I had a license, Packer at a supermarket, helper at a small shop, or waiter at any place still open during the pandemic. If it's McDonald's, Walmart, Chedraui, or Liverpool, better yet, because they pay slightly more and offer minimal benefits. Does it sound humiliating? Maybe, but the goal isn't to feel comfortable or worthy of a better role. Comfort is the most dangerous poison for anyone who wants to build wealth. When you earn just enough to pay rent or help at home, food, bus fare, and a few treats, your brain releases dopamine and whispers, "Relax, you're fine, you don't need more." That paycheck becomes a soft drug that numbs big dreams. I see it differently. This job is pure fuel. Every peso that comes in is gasoline for the engine that will get me out. I live on the absolute minimum. Eat at home as much as possible. Use public transport. 0 unnecessary outings. 0 new clothes. 0 subscriptions. Everything left over, even if it's 500 or 1,000 pesos a week, goes straight to the next phase. Core mindset. Money isn't for spending. It's for investing in myself and my future freedom. While I work those 8 to 10 hours a day, I use every free minute commute, breaks, nights to study and prepare for the next level. Because a salaried job will never be the destination. It's only the launch ramp. Move 2. Build a profitable side hustle while mastering the king skill. With the first paycheck coming in, even if small, immediate next move. Create a parallel income that can scale much faster than any salary. The pandemic accelerated the digital revolution in Mexico and Latin America like never before. In 2020 to 2021, e-commerce grew over 80% annually in many countries. The internet stopped being a luxury and became the #1 tool for survival and social mobility. The high-income skill I would learn first and with total obsession, digital marketing, specifically paid traffic plus copywriting plus online sales. Why? Because whoever controls traffic and knows how to persuade people to buy controls money in the digital age. The fastest, cheapest way to practice and earn at the same time in 2020 would be to launch a dropshipping store focused on local products or pandemic exploding niches, home office gear, cleaning products, phone accessories, supplements, home workout equipment, etc. How it works in practice. Find reliable suppliers in Mexico, Mercado Libre Mayoristas, Alibaba suppliers with fast LATAM shipping, or local businesses with dead stock. Build a simple store on Shopify, $29 USD/month, or Tiendanube, cheaper and in pesos. Run tiny Facebook and Instagram ads budgets at first, 100 to 300 pesos/day once I have some savings. But here's the uncomfortable truth almost no one tells you. Dropshipping isn't easy money. Most fail because they think it's just list products and run ads. Reality, a profitable business requires mastering. Product research, free tools like Google Trends, Facebook Audience Insights. Ads that stop the scroll, short videos, emotional copy. Product descriptions and pages that convert, basic copywriting. Fast customer service to avoid refunds. Ad budget optimization for positive ROAS. My killer move to start with almost no capital. Approach hundreds of small local businesses personally or via WhatsApp. With dead stock in their warehouse, last season clothing, discontinued electronics, stationery, toys, etc. Offer, I'll sell your merchandise online. You give me 50% of what comes in and I handle everything else. Photos, ads, shipping. Pure win-win. They turn dead inventory into cash without spending more. And I practice real marketing with existing products, 0 inventory risk. In the first few months, I could generate 5,000 to 20,000 pesos extra monthly while keeping my main job. All that extra money goes to 3 sacred destinations, and I expand this part heavily because it's critical. 1. Emergency fund, absolute priority. Initial goal, 3 months of basic expenses, share, rent or family help, food, transport, phone. Then scale to 6 months. Keep it in a seats account or high-yield savings. In 2025 to 2026 seats, hovered around 10 to 11%. This is my financial life insurance. Protect me from expensive debt. If the car breaks, I get sick or I lose my job. 2. Consistent of 4/voluntary retirement contributions. Sounds old people. But in Mexico, voluntary 4 contributions have huge tax advantages, ISR deductible, and grow at decent rates. Start with 500 to 1,000 pesos slash month. Time is my biggest ally here. 3. Systematic investment in low-cost index funds. Open an account at GBM, Cuspid, or Actinver and put everything left into ETFs tracking the S&P 500, IVV, or SPY via Mexican brokers. Why S&P 500? Historically 10% annual compounded return in dollars over decades, including crises. Starting at 16 to 18, compound interest is magic. 1,000 pesos monthly at 10% for 40 years becomes millions with almost no extra effort. It's the financial snowball at its purest. While building this, I avoid lifestyle inflation at all costs, the number one silent killer of aspirational people. When income jumps from 8,000 to 15,000 pesos monthly, the temptation is huge. I earn more now. Time for new sneakers, more nights out, new phone, fatal error. I keep the same austere lifestyle I had on minimum wage, and every extra peso goes to investments and scaling the side hustle. Move 3. Build a powerful, high-value network. With cash flow coming in and skills growing, the third pillar, your network. Your net worth is heavily determined by your network, more than IQ or raw talent. Hard rule. Gradually but firmly cut contact with energy drainers, people stuck in victim mode, or those constantly inviting me to spend on useless things. It's not being mean. It's protecting my future. Instead, I actively seek mentors and ambitious peers. How? Document my journey on social media from day one. Create a personal Instagram and TikTok where I share. Day 1, start at OXXO and save 300 pesos. Week 4, launch my first dropshipping store. Month 3, made my first 10,000 extra. Authenticity plus consistency attracts like-minded people. Small business owners offering collaborations. Advanced marketers giving feedback. Even investors spotting potential. In Mexico 2025 to 2026, Facebook groups, WhatsApp chats, and Discord communities for entrepreneurs are full of opportunities. I join virtual meetups, comment on serious influencers' lives, offer free help in exchange for mentorship. One right connection can shave years off progress. Move 4. At 18, activate credit card intelligently. I turn 18, key moment. Apply for my first credit card. Start with secured or payroll-linked if I have formal employment. Why? Building credit history young is a massive advantage in Mexico. Real benefits. Protection on online purchases. Chargeback if scammed. Points or cashback. Some give 5% on groceries or gas. Future access to much lower rate mortgages and loans. Golden rule. Never use the card for things I wouldn't buy anyway. Only gas, groceries, phone bill, and pay in full every month, no exceptions. This avoids interest, which in Mexico can reach 60 to 100% annual, and builds perfect credit from the start. Move 5. Launch and scale a scalable business of my own. With savings built, solid marketing skills, growing network, and clean credit, it's takeoff time. Create a business that can grow without 100% of my time. Look for real market gaps in Mexico. Examples for 2025 to 2026. Simple software for SMEs, automatic invoicing, inventory control, online courses on digital skills, ads agency for local businesses, own product brand, supplements, athletic wear, eco accessories, niche app, local delivery, personal finance education, etc. When I find a winner, test MVP. See signals. Consistent sales, greater than 40% margins, repeat customers. Go all in. Quit the job is sustainable. Reinvest 70 to 90% of profits into growth. More ads, better team, freelancers. Goal, systems and processes. So the business runs without me 24/7. Diversify revenue inside the business. Direct sales plus subscriptions plus affiliates plus upsells. Move 6. Massive diversification and ultimate portfolio building. When the business generates steady, semi-passive flow, say 200,000 to 500,000 pesos monthly net. Move to final level. Large-scale investor. Ideal portfolio allocation. Adjusted for Mexico 2026. 50% real estate. Buy first rental properties in up-and-coming areas, near universities, industrial parks. Evaluate schools, safety, transport, Use smart financing, low-rate mortgage thanks to good credit. Rent covers mortgage plus positive cash flow. Explore Airbnb where legal and profitable, always with permits and insurance. 25% global index funds. S&P 500, MSCI World, NASDAQ via Mexican brokers. Compound growth in dollars. 10% of 4+ private plans. Max voluntary contributions for tax deductions and safe growth. 12% startups and private businesses. Angel invest or early rounds via platforms like Dial Capital, LLVP, or closed groups. Provide capital plus mentorship for equity. 2.5% individual stocks. Control fund, companies I understand. Tesla, Apple, Mercado Libre, FEMSA, etc. 0.5% high-risk assets. Only establish Bitcoin and Ethereum when base is solid. Never more than 1% total in crypto, if I'm not ready to lose it all. The final message is simple but powerful. Yes, you can rebuild from zero, and you can do it faster than most imagine, as long as you follow eternal principles. Early cash flow, obsessive learning, anti-inflation discipline, high-value network, scalable business, and intelligent diversification. If this video hit you right in the chest, if any part of this roadmap made you think, damn, I could actually do this, or this is the missing piece I've been looking for, then do me and your future self a quick favor right now. First, smash that like button. It takes 1 second, but it tells YouTube this content is valuable and helps it reach more people who are tired of living paycheck to paycheck and ready for real change. Your thumbs up literally helps someone else discover the path to financial freedom today. Second, drop a comment below and tell me, which strategy from this challenge are you going to try first? Maybe it's the dropshipping side hustle while keeping your job, or paying off that high-interest debt this month, or finally opening that index fund account you've been putting off, or reaching out to one new person in your network this week. I read every single comment, and I love seeing what lights people up. Your answer might inspire someone else who's watching right now and feeling stuck. Plus, when you ask questions in the comments about any part of the plan, tools, mindset shifts, Mexico-specific tips, whatever, I'll personally jump in and reply to as many as I can. So don't hold back. Third, share this video with one friend, one cousin, one coworker, or one person in your life who you know is quietly struggling with money right now. You don't have to say much. Just send it with a quick, "This made me think of you." Watch it when you have 40 minutes. One share can be the spark that changes someone's entire trajectory. Be the person who hands them the map. And if you want to stick around for more no-fluff, step-by-step guides that actually move the needle, strategies that help me rebuild, scale, and protect wealth in the real world, then hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell. That way you'll never miss the next deep dive video that could save you years of trial and error. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for spending this time with me today. You're not just watching videos, you're investing in yourself. And I'm honored to be part of that journey. Let's keep building together. See you in the comments and in the next one.